Hi, I'm Russell. I do sound healing. I used to work in the music industry as a voice coach, working with lots of different famous people to help them sing better. And I began to notice some very odd similarities in sound and pitch and where it fitted within the body. And it set me exploring sound and how it works. It's led to me understanding that there's different pitches throughout the body that are the same in everybody, even though they shouldn't be. And it's by accessing these that I can actually get inside someone's body, have a little listen around, and then move sounds to balance them out and make them feel a lot better. Now, over the years doing this, it's had lots of amazing effects on people, some of which, I will admit, did used to scare me a little bit, and I slightly ran away from doing this. But now I just adore the way in which sound and frequency changes things in people, lifts people up, makes them feel better, gives them a sense of well-being that they don't have otherwise. And it's because frequency is in everything. Everything is frequency. We vibrate, the world vibrates. And so tuning it and making it all neat and tidy is a really wonderful way of attuning your mind, your body and your soul, and getting rid of some of the aches that bother you in life. So each session begins with me searching the back of somebody and looking for the 12 energy center holes and trying to work out and map out exactly where they are. This helps me to identify all kinds of problems that people might have within their spirit or their body or their mind, and then we can talk it through and work out how these issues can best be raised. A sound healing is never just about me making the sounds, it's about the person deciding to heal themselves. So every sound healing begins with me mapping out where the energy center holes are for all the different sounds. I begin with the upper body ones and I map those out on the iPad, showing where each of the coloured areas are so that we get a sense of the jigsaw puzzle. And then after we've done that, we move the energy centres and rebalance them. So to begin with, I won't be using my hands. Oliver, I'm just going to be searching for where the hole is. So this is F sharp and it's the pink higher heart chakra, okay? This one's resonating much more down on this side of the body than it is on this one at the moment. But this is all quite natural. We all move and everything's in different places all the time. So once I've mapped out everything, I'm able to email that to each client so that they can look at this at home and think about the areas and where they were, and then we set about balancing their body again. So when I balance the body, I start to use my hands. I allow sound into my entire body and flesh, which means I can capture and create bubbles of frequency, and I can hold these around people, move them to get the sounds that don't want to go up. Sometimes, for instance, you might have someone's throat chakra down here in the chest, and then when you go to move it up to the neck, you can't break through, like there's a window holding you back and you have to keep moving other sounds to open the space. Eventually you can get through and create a great clean sound for them. So now that we have a map of where everything is, if you remember earlier from the map, the pink F sharp was all down this side. So now I'm going to use my hands as I'm singing to get it back into the centre of the body and then start to line the others up like a kind of jigsaw puzzle. open it down this side of the shoulder. That's better. So when I'm doing these sounds, I'm also moving my tongue so I can hear the harmonic sequence. When the harmonic sequence is all in place, then we know that the finer points of tuning are also in place, not just that the sound's central. So now that we've finished singing all of the sounds, it means I can show Oliver where in the body all of the different chakra energies are. So as you can see here, your pink heart chakra was very slightly to the right hand side, and you could feel that. This meant that because it was across here, this area here was where we found your throat chakra, which should really be up in the neck. However, in place of the neck, because it seems that when you have something missing, the body finds another energy to fit in, it took your third eye and pushed that down through into the throat and up here on the shoulder, which then meant your crown energy is dropping all the way down. So this meant there was one little space across here which we noticed. We had trouble getting the F sharp in there at all. That's because there's a little blockage going on. But we can unlock these things, it's very simple to do. So once I've tuned the body and we've put the 2 perfect fourths in place and we've realigned the glands, we like to look at the spine and the nervous system that feed information to all these other areas. It's a bit like the superhighway. It's the main road that runs down the body. If it's a bit gravelly, these other energy centres tend to spin off. So we like to look at that, clear it, hear how it goes and mark the spaces where it's not flowing properly. So each of what I traditionally think of as the chakra areas are kind of like energy centres. There's actually 12 that move around the body in different places. Most of them are specific to a part of the spine, but C sharp and the A sharp run the entire length of the body, starting up here, sliding down, and then down here, coming out really wide and loud, and then flowing down the legs. This is all part of the endocrine system, and sometimes if you put these notes in combination with the C sharp and the A sharp, you begin to build up a better way of the body functioning. But to begin with, I'm just going to look at the C sharp and the A sharp and see how smooth it is within the body. So here are the 2 notes. So on the whole, it's very smooth, but just down here, there's a large gap. Now I suspect that gap will be the livers and kidneys and spleen that last time when we worked with Oliver, they were to the side here. So we're going to check that as well. So once I've aligned all the energy centres and we've got the spine working, I like to show the client how smooth and open the upper body is. So I usually operate the sounds between an F sharp and a B, and I slide the voice up and down so that they can feel how clean and balanced their upper body is. So now that we've worked to move all of those energy centres to balance in the body, we're going to join them up using a melody from the F sharp of the pink higher heart to the B on the top of the head, going through all of those different notes as a slide so that you can feel, Oliver, how smooth and balanced your body is instead of the throat being there and the heart being over here. Okay, so here are the 2 notes. This is the down there in the heart, and then the B. As smooth as syrup and as tasty as maple.